How do you feel FIT has helped you build an understanding and experience as an illustrator?
Well, being an illustrator now, FIT taught me, a skill set and a craft. Certain courses, such as, you know, sculpture, traditional art mediums such as painting, drawing, all these different things, even digital media, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, web building, teaches you all about photography, typography, all these different courses that help me gain an understanding to better my own drawings now. Actually gives me more of an understanding, a better, look on something before I create an image. Actually makes my art a little bit better with all this other understanding. So, but that's about how.
Do you feel you have progressed as an artist after attending FIT?
Absolutely. I was mediocre going in. I didn't know how to paint, draw, anything. I had no idea what I was doing. But I was just kind of just doing it because I liked doing it more so than, anything else. Nothing else really mattered. But I really, pushed forward through FIT. I was at the bottom of my class, and when I'm out, I'm pretty happy with how my work looks now. So yeah.
What can you remember struggling with during your 4 years, and now can you say that you finally have mastered them?
4 years, well, drawing itself was hard to just kind of get it right, to kind of, just make my drawing ability better. That was the hard part in itself. But, to make an illustration, a drawing that has a narrative to it, that also has a great design aspect to it, to create such like a one-shot, single, masterpiece-like image, that's the main challenge. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do, still is the hardest thing to do, and to most illustrators is, it's always a challenge.
Working as an illustrator in a company, do you feel you're limited or restricted from created pieces compared to a freelance illustrator?
Well, freelance illustration is, you're working with different clients, different clients requesting different random jobs such as book cover illustrations, magazine editorial work, stuff like that. And then in a company, you could be doing a list of different things. You could use your ability to be a storyboard artist. You could be, you could be like doing different things with setting color of movies or working on movies, concept design. You could be, even doing fashion things for, characters and drawing the characters, all sorts of different things you could do in both. So they're both limiting in their own aspects, but there's you could do freelance as you work in a company too, so a little bit of both worlds isn't too bad either.
Mm-hmm. What do you suggest to an incoming freshman student such as myself going into FIT for illustration after your experience there?
Probably to just always go to school, never ever go in there late. Just try your absolute hardest while you're in there, because you're only going to be there one time. You might as well give it everything while you're there. Is to, after school, spend time really working on your craft and what you learned that day. Always trying to better yourself in school, and to, on the weekends, work on your projects and assignments that you're getting, and just get really good grades right away.
What is one thing you regret not doing during your time at school?
Well, one thing I really regret, there's not many things I really regret doing there. I really tried hard while I was there, but I kind of regret not taking some other cool courses that they offered. They had FIT has a lot of different cool courses, especially when you're going for the illustration degree. So they have science fiction illustration with a professor named Ray Lago. I really wish I took that course. They have all these cool comic book drawing classes I wish I took. What else do I? Yeah, those are probably the things. I wish I took more courses. Probably, I would take more courses if as soon as I started, I would have really filled up my schedule.
Do you feel that your salary is beneficial to your daily needs and wants as an illustrator?
For now, it's okay. As I progress and gain experience as an illustrator, I will, make more, and but it's really not something I worry about too much. I really just want to get my work out there and just become an established artist, internationally, all over. So, and that'll come with the compensation will come, but that's not the only compensation I'm looking for.
Is the cost of supplies for being an artist prevent you from using your paycheck for other things?
Not really. Not really. I just invest. I'll invest, in all my art supplies, and it's just like anything. You just invest in your business. Being an illustrator is a business in itself. You're producing artwork for different companies, and companies need you to, companies require, somebody with an eye for artistic things, creative things. Everybody, that's something that's in demand. Everybody's in demand, believe it or not, for somebody that knows how to draw very well traditionally, like just, pencil on paper, not, digitally. I believe people who draw traditionally are way better than, the people who do digitally. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like, being an illustrator is a business, and you got to invest in it, but you got to just, make your, work it out like that.
How is your work schedule like, and does it conflict with your personal life?
It really does. Work really does eat up my time. I spend a majority of, my week at work. I'm there, 10 to 7, Monday through Friday. So, I don't mind it though. I use my abilities, the abilities I learned through FIT. I use them every day. I use Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator every day, to work on different designs and work on logos for, different companies. And I get to, restore logos that are bad quality and, create them for new starting companies. All this different stuff that I learned at FIT, and, that's
Throughout the years, do you most often feel competition with other artists?
there's competition all the time in every, almost every industry, such as this one. Illustration, definitely, because you're all competing in a way, even if it's subconsciously, for for the same, jobs and things like that. And illustration is a, very competitive field, so definitely.
Sorry. How is your work schedule like, and does it conflict with your personal life?
My work life is, I work 10 to 7, Monday through Friday, and yeah, definitely, in a way, it conflicts with my personal life, of course, because I'm, there a majority of the day. However, I always have a little bit of time for my own personal work. However, one day I hope to not be in a company and not.
Is the cost of supplies for being an artist prevent you from using your paycheck from other things?
Not really. When I invest, you gotta just invest, in your business. Being an illustrator is like being a business. So you gotta just, make that investment, get all your supplies, your brushes, your pencils, your erasers, your, even a desk. You could, all the things you could use, a little camera. It's just, you gotta build your repertoire in order to take on, illustration jobs, to be able to draw comfortably. So I guess you have to really get that stuff, but once you have it, that stuff lasts as long as, you get the right stuff. And, like oil paints and all that kind of stuff's expensive, but once you buy it, it lasts you a good amount of years. So that's it.
Do you think it is better for an illustrator to have a position in a company such as yourself or to be a freelance artist?
I think different things work for different people. For me now, just starting out, being with a company is helpful. It's helping me grow a little bit, as an artist, but in other aspects as well. So I think being in a company is beneficial, but being a freelance illustrator helps too. You could do both even at the same time. So a little bit of both worlds is.
Overall, are you happy and proud of your accomplishments at FIT and the work now that you made as an illustrator?
Well, yes, so far I think I'm doing all right. I'm pretty proud of my work. Going in there, I was mediocre.